All right, so those are most of the linear functions that we did. Now we're gonna make it a little spicy, make it a little fun. So we're gonna mix up any functions that we learned so far. There are 3 pieces, right? 1, 2, 3. First one is the constant function y is equal to -2 when x is less than 2. So y is equal to -2 is this line over here. Do I want the whole thing? Nope, I cut it off when x is less than 0. So when x is 2, I'm going to make it open circle since it's strictly less than, and do it like that. Alright, so done. Middle part. It's an absolute value of x when x is between 2 and 4. Okay, so I kind of want you guys to visualize it. If it's an absolute value function, would you agree that your function is going to look like this? Just the V shape. It's a parent function, right? But I don't want the whole thing. I want when x is between 2 and 4. So I just want between 2 and 4. That much, right? Instead of the whole thing, just between 2 and 4. If you want to know what exact y value is, you can actually take that endpoint 2 and plug it in. What's the absolute value of 2? 2. 4. Plug it in. Absolute value of 4? 4. Open or close circle? Open circle at each end. 6 it's strictly in between. Last but not least, x squared minus 16. I think that's going to be the hardest part. If I were to graph the whole thing, would you agree that it's going to look, let's see, y-intercept at -16, very bottom, and it's going to look like this. I don't want the whole thing. I only want x is greater or equal to 4. So somewhere here on the right side. So in order for me to find exact y value starting point, I'm going to take that 4 and then plug it in. So if I take 4 and then plug it into my x here, I get 0. That means I start at 4, 0, because that's where I'm starting. Find 4, 0, open or close circle. Close circle, and it's just going to go up. If you want, let's do one more. I can take 5 and plug it in. 5 squared minus 16 is 25 minus 9. So 4, 9 over back there, and it's going to look like this. Because it's the very end of the quadratic. Cool? Alright. Next one, this is like the mega problem there because it's very complicated, but I think we can do this. Let's go. Alright, there are 4 pieces. Number 1, cube root. Oh, I know cube root looks like this. I don't want the whole thing. I only want x is less than -1. So at -1, I'm going to plug it in. Cube root of -1 is -1. So it's going to start at -1, -1 with the open circle. And it's just the bottom part here. If you want, remember, next point will be what? Next point on the left, -8, -2. Those are the key points of the cubic function. So it's going to look like this. Right? Alright, next. Absolute value of x between -1 and 2. Absolute value is a parent function. Boop, it looks like this. So between -1 and 2. Boop. Close circle here, open circle here. How did I know? Close circle, open circle. Next, x squared. Looks like this. I don't want the whole thing. I want between 2 and 3. So it's somewhere here. 2, 4. 3, 9. And then it's a part of the quadratic. So just like that. That's it. Oh, sorry. It's going to open circle here, close circle here. And last one, y is equal to -5. That's a constant one at -5 when x is greater than 3. Like this. And that is it. Okay, so just do one at a time. Make sure you check each endpoint. If you're not sure about it, plug it in by find the y value and then go from there. I'm actually doing this notes as a most detailed way. If you know the shortcut, do it. By no means do it. This is not how I will do it because I like to do problem faster, so I'll probably just skip a lot of stuff that I showed you guys. But if you care about detail, if you just want to make sure you're doing everything right, that's the method I recommend doing it. And do the next problems and you're done with the video section. Good job.